Okay. So, hi everyone. This is Learning Coach Vinod, and so happy to welcome you to part two of the My Favorite Spacebook presentation by the students of iSKY Astro Club. So, yesterday we had a few students join us live and share, interesting information about the space probes launched by various space agencies. So, today we are going to, continue with that. We are going to have one live presentation, and we are going to watch a lot of videos designed by kids today. So without further ado, let me bring today's participant, first participant live. He's Harush. Hi Arush,
Hello, sir.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay Arush, why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Um my name is Arush Prasad Naik. I am in class 4, Kids Gurukul International School, Jalgaon. And today I am going to present about my favorite space probe, Spirit the rover.
Fantastic buddy. So remember, you have 5 minutes time. So let me bring your screen online. So
Okay.
your screen is going to be visible now. Okay. The gig is that I would go off stage, and you should be able to present it right now alone out over here. Okay.
Okay. So can I start?
Yes, you can start now.
Space probe, Spirit the rover. Spirit is a rover from National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA). It was a rover sent on Mars on 10 June 2003 at 11:28 a.m. The rover Opportunity was called its twin because the both rovers carried the same scientific instruments. Both the rovers were successful. The Spirit rover landed on Mars on 3rd January 2004. These are its images on Mars. The mission. Spirit's mission was to find more clues about the history of water there and to see if the red planet could ever have support life. It's the Spirit rover landing, and it is the rover launching. The rover's success. The research said Mars may once support life. The rover was on Mars for 6 years, 2 months, and 19 days on Mars, which is 25 times more than its original intended
Arush,
lifetime.
Arush, are you able
Yes,
to
sir.
hear me? Okay. Your screen is not moving, buddy. So just check if you are shared the right screen. We are
Uh,
able to see only the first slide.
so is it visible?
We are only able to see the first slide.
Uh,
Is it the right slide?
sir, are you able to see the mission one?
No. We are in the first slide, which says Space Probe Spirit the rover.
Oh,
Never mind. Can you just stop the screen share and do the screen share one more time?
okay.
Okay, now we are able to see it. Okay. Okay, do the
Sir,
screen share one more time.
okay. Sir, are you able to see?
Your screen is getting loaded, buddy. Yes, now we are able to see. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Space probe Spirit the rover. Spirit is a rover from National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA). It was a rover sent on Mars on 10 June 2003 at 11:28 a.m. according to the Indian Standard Time. The rover Opportunity was called its twin because both carried the same scientific instruments. Both the rovers were successful. The Spirit rover landed on Mars on 3rd January 2004. These are some of its images on Mars. are you able to see next slide? The mission.
See the
Spirit's mission was to find more clues about the history of water there and to see if the red planet could ever have support life. It is the rover landing and it's the rover launching. The rover's success. The research said Mars may once support life. The rover was on Mars for 6 years, 2 months, and 19 days, which is 25 times more than its original intended lifetime. The planned life of Spirit was 19 Martian solar days, which is equal to 92 Earth days. The rover was stuck in a sand trap in late 2009. The last communication with Earth was sent on March 22, 2010. It is the design of the rover. The end. Thank you. PPT by Arush Naik.
Thank you, buddy. So thank you so much for the presentation. Okay, so I'll give you feedback in the WhatsApp group. Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir.
bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. With that, I think we have done with the live video presentation. So what we are going to do next is that we are going to watch a few videos submitted by kids. So I did ask them to create videos and create video presentations and send it back to us, so that just in case there is network issues, just in case there is scheduling conflicts, we would be able to show their presentations, as live. So over the next few minutes, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to showcase all the videos to you created by students. So just these kids have not had the opportunity to come live and present due to various reasons. So the first one is by Yugvir Seth. So he is going to present about the Akatsuki space probe. Okay, let me bring it on screen for you.
Hello friends. Ma- Hello friends. My name is Yubir Singh. I am studying in class orbit on and on 7th December 2015 it was able to orbit the Venus. It was success. It
Guys, just wanted to know if the video was kind of like audible to you all. So I did check it out in the Facebook. Just for some time, it was audible. But now that you guys say that it is not audible, let me play the video one more time. But this time, let me have myself on unmute so that you should be able to hear them properly. Okay, give me a sec.
Orbit on and on 7th December 2000.
Okay.
Hello friends. Ma- Hello friends. My name is Yugvir Seth. I am studying in class 5. Today I'm giving you a presentation on a space probe called Akatsuki. About Akatsuki space probe. Akatsuki is a Japanese word which means dawn or daybreaker. Akatsuki is also a Japanese space probe known as the Venus Climate Orbiter (VCO) and Planet C. Akatsuki's task is to study the atmosphere of the Venus planet. Akatsuki spacecraft properties. It was manufactured in NEC Space Technologies. Its launching mass is 517.6 kg. Its dry mass is 320 kg. Its dimensions are 1.04 meter into 1.45 meter into 1.44 meter. Its power is 700 watts. Akatsuki's mission. It was Japan's first successful mission to explore another planet. It was launched on 20th May 2010 and failed to enter orbit around Venus on 6th December 2010. It first entered the Sun's orbit on 7th December 2015 it was able to orbit the Venus. It was success. It succeeded on 7th December 2015. Akatsuki working activity. It was launched aboard on H slash slash double capital I capital A 202 rocket from Japan's Tanegashima. It orbited Sun for 5 years and it has 5 different cameras while working at several wavelengths. Its extended operations were approved until the end of 2020. Its communication is via on 8 GHz 20 watts X-band transponder using the 160M. It has enough fuel to continue operations for 2 more years as of November 2019. Akatsuki's goal. The main goal of Akatsuki is to understand the climate of planet Venus. Akatsuki is studying the stratification of atmospheric dynamic, and cloud physics. It revealed a vast stationary bow-shaped waves in Venus. Sulfuric acid cloud tops 600 and 650, 65 km above its solid surface. This is the first image. Akatsuki trajectory from 21st May 2010 to 31st December 2016. You can see how it is getting closer to Venus and got its orbit. This is the second image, an image of Venus with Akatsuki's ultraviolet image UVI. This is the third image. Venus was a crescent-shaped area that is illuminated by sunlight. Image 4. Night side of Venus. In the dark areas, the light is absorbed by CO2 clouds. This is the image 5, an image of the surface of Venus with the camera of Akatsuki. Thank you all.
Okay, so we did hear Yugvir said talking about the Akatsuki space probe on Venus. Lot of interesting information about Venus. So let's see who's the next participant that we are going to learn. So we are going to hear about Dhruv K. Singh's video on the Chandrayaan probe.
Hello everyone.
Okay. So this is Dhruv K. Singh's uh, presentation on the Chandrayaan 1 moon mission.
Hello everyone. I am Dhruv Kesing, studying in class 3 in Rajagiri Christu Jayati Public School, Kochi, Kerala. Today, I am going to talk about Chandrayaan 1 mission. Let me explain. Chandrayaan 1 was the first Indian lunar probe under the Chandrayaan program. It was launched by the Indian Space Research Organization in October 2008 and operated until August 2009. The mission included a lunar orbiter and an impactor. Friends, what was the main aim of Chandrayaan 1 mission? Chandrayaan 1 was launched to orbit the moon and to dispatch an impactor to the surface. Scientific goals included the study of the chemical, mineralogical, and photogeologic mapping of the moon. Friends, what are the achievements of Chandrayaan 1 mission? The discovery of widespread presence of water molecules in lunar soil is the major achievement of Chandrayaan 1 mission. Chandrayaan operated for 312 days and achieved 95% of its planned objectives. During Chandrayaan 1, the mini SAR found water ice deposits in craters on the far side of the moon, which was considered as a significant finding. Chandrayaan's moon mineralogy mapper has confirmed the magma ocean hypothesis, meaning that the moon was once completely molten. Also, in its 10-month orbit around the moon, Chandrayaan 1's X-ray spectrometer has detected titanium, confirmed the presence of calcium, and gathered the most accurate measurements yet of magnesium, aluminium, and iron on the lunar surface. Chandrayaan 1 moon mission payload has enabled scientists to study the interaction between the solar wind and a planetary body like moon without a magnetic field. On 25th March 2009, Chandrayaan beamed back its first images of the Earth, which included Asia, parts of Africa, and Australia, with India being in the center. Chandrayaan 1 successfully operated for 312 days until it got lost on 29th August 2009. The spacecraft crashed due to very high radiation and failed power supply. Though the mission could not last long, it helped scientists determine 95% of their objectives, and therefore the lunar mission was termed as successful. So friends, I hope you all liked my presentation. Bye for now. Thank you all and have a great day.
Okay, so that was okay. Are you guys able to hear me now? Okay, that was Dhruv Singh's presentation on the Chandrayaan. So nice to know a lot of new facts about the moon. So next we are going to go to Mars and hear about Mangalyaan. Okay, so this is a presentation by Srinath. So let me do the screen share one more time. So in the meanwhile, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask, probably you can just post it in the chat box, and I'd be happy to take some of these questions.
Hello everyone, I am Srinath. I am going to talk about India's first interplanetary mission, Mangalyaan, also known as Mars Orbiter Mission or MOM. We'll first see what's an orbiter and an interplanetary mission. Then we'll look at Mangalyaan's mission, its journey from Earth to Mars, achievements and some news. Let's see what's an orbiter. An orbiter is a probe sent from Earth to orbit Earth or any other celestial body. It is used to take pictures and weather data of the planet which it is orbiting. Let's see what an interplanetary mission is. An interplanetary mission is a probe which goes to other planets to orbit it or land on it to get some information about it. The first successful interplanetary mission was by NASA's Mariner 2 in December 1962 when it had a glimpse of Venus for 42 minutes. In 1971, NASA sent Mariner 9 to Mars. Galileo was sent to Jupiter in 1989 by NASA. Then a joint mission by NASA and European Space Agency to Saturn known as Cassini in 1997. Now let's look at Mangalyaan's mission objectives. Mangalyaan is India's first interplanetary mission. Its primary objective was to design, develop and operate its interplanetary mission to communicate in deep space. Secondary objectives were to explore Mars, study the morphology, topography and mineralogy features of the surface, use remote sensing techniques to study atmosphere of Mars which includes carbon dioxide and methane, observe and study the moon Phobos. Let's see how the journey was. The planning for the journey actually started 5 years before the actual launch. The mission was first announced by the ISRO chairman G. Madhavan Nair in November 2008. A feasibility study was conducted in 2010 and governmental approval came in 2012. The mission was launched by a Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle (PSLV) from Satish Dhawan Space Center on 5th November 2013 into a highly elliptical Earth orbit. For nearly a month, it was doing 6 maneuvers around the Earth to prepare itself for departure from Earth's orbit on 1st December 2013. On 4th April 2014, it made a halfway mark. On 22nd September 2014, spacecraft enters atmosphere of Mars after the third and last trajectory maneuver correction performed by firing the engine after 298 days. On 21st September 2014, spacecraft enters Mars orbit after overcoming 2 challenges as the spacecraft was entering from behind. First challenge was inability to rely on solar panels for power, and the second one was the inability to command the spacecraft due to loss of communication. In the absence of solar energy, the solar energy stored in the lithium-ion battery was used to power up the engines to complete the maneuver. The solution to the second issue was to put the spacecraft on auto mode. The scientists uploaded time-tagged commands to be executed when it is in the no visibility, no communication zone. India scripted history to become the first country to reach Mars in the first attempt. India is the first Asian country to release a Mars mission. It is also the most cost-effective mission. ISRO spent nearly 450 crore rupees or 71 million US dollars. This is the least expensive Mars mission to date. The mission duration was 6 months only, but it is operational till date. US-based National Space Society awarded the Mars Mars Orbiter Mission Team the 2015 Space Pioneer Award in the category of Science and Engineering. It made India a forerunner in interplanetary missions of the future. Let us see some glimpses of this in the news. In January 2016, French Space Agency wanted to partner with ISRO for a lander for its future missions to Mars and Venus. NASA wanted to ride with ISRO for its future trips to Mars. ISRO Chief K. Radhakrishnan in his book mentions that Dr. Abdul Kalam wanted to witness Mangalyaan Mars orbit insertion mission but had to miss it due to a university convocation address. In July 2020, Mangalyaan sent pictures of Phobos, the biggest moon of Mars. Thank you for the opportunity and listening to me.
Okay, so that was okay. So that was Srinath's presentation on. Let me bring myself on. Okay, good. So that was Srinath's presentation on Mangalyaan. So with a nice icing touch about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and his desire to, see the space mission launch. It was indeed like yesterday we had a few more people, talk about Mangalyaan, and it was one of the most prolific achievements of a space agency, because no other space agency had been able to insert a satellite into Mars's orbit, in the first attempt. So even the mighty NASA and the our Cosmos of Russia had taken multiple attempts to do that. Okay, so with that, let us welcome the next participant. So the next video is going to be about the Curiosity rover by Arush Shah. So it's a very short video. Let us bring.
Hello everyone, my name is Arush from class 4. Today I am going to talk about my favorite space probe, Curiosity. Curiosity was designed by NASA to land on Mars. Curiosity's mission was to detect weather in Mars and report us if there could be life on Mars. Curiosity also achieved some things like found evidence of persistent liquid water in Mars and also found sulfur, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and carbon dioxide. There are some interesting facts also that are about Curiosity. Curiosity took selfie with Mary and an astronaut on Mars. While stargazing on Mars, NASA's Curiosity spotted Earth and Venus too. Thank you for watching this video.
Okay, so that was a very very short and sweet video by Arush about the Curiosity rover. So next, let's hear about another rover, which is the Perseverance rover. So this presentation is by Anne Josephine.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing great. I am Anne Josephine from Kerala. I am studying in Standard 6. The probe that I have chosen is NASA's Perseverance rover. We all know the amount of curiosity surrounding Mars. This red planet is the most studied planet other than our own planet. So let us start by going through some basic facts about this mission. This mission's name is Mars 2020. Its rover's name is Perseverance or Percy. Its main job is to seek signs of ancient life and collect samples of rock. It was launched on July 30, 2020. It landed on the zero crater on February 18 this year. The Mars 2020 Perseverance rover is designed to better understand the geology of Mars and seek signs of ancient life. Perseverance does this through collecting samples of rock and soil from Mars surface. But the zero crater is very important for this probe. Millions of years ago, there was a huge lake here. It is believed that it may have a microorganisms. So, if we probe this location, we may find life that existed in Mars. This is the Perseverance rover. It also has its own helicopter named Ingenuity. The rover is 3 meters long and weighs 1,025 kilograms. The helicopter is attached to the bottom. Let us look at the details of the structure of the rover. Much of the design and spare parts came from Curiosity rover. Rover has a 21-meter long robotic arm. It has 23 cameras. Out of these, 9 are engineering cameras, 7 are science cameras, another 7 are entry and descent cameras. On 19 April this year, Ingenuity, the rover's helicopter, completed its first power-controlled flight on Mars. Here you can see main parts of the rover. Mansard Z and Supercam. Radar, a weather station. It has a driller, pixel, and X-ray instrument. 6 lightweight aluminium wheels, MOXIE, to produce oxygen from carbon dioxide. RIMFAX, a radar system to detect water, and it has a radioactive thermoelectric generator that can power for up to 14 years. Now, let us see what Perseverance has sent back to Earth. This is the first image sent by Perseverance. Here are some more photographs sent by the mission. You can see the dry terrain and hard rocks. On 19 February this year, Perseverance recorded sounds on Mars. Let us hear that. From day one, Perseverance has been recording a number of important information and sending it to Earth. This helps us to explore the red planet. So here ends my presentation on the Perseverance rover Mars 2020 mission. I thank everyone, especially Vinod sir, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, so that one, a good one from Josephine. Okay, talking about the Perseverance rover. So the Perseverance rover is setting standards for future rover missions. It's able to collect information. It's probably 200-300% better than the Curiosity rover. And the biggest thing that the Perseverance rovers took over was the Ingenuity spacecraft. We did see a video about Ingenuity spacecraft yesterday. So about how human beings' fascination towards flying has taken roots not just on Earth but also in the next planet. Next we have Rushik Rahul. Okay, Rushik Rahul is going to talk about another Mars rover. So let me bring his video live right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Rishi and today I'm going to speak about rovers. And rovers are from solar panels, cameras,
and wheels. One fun fact: when rovers come down, it comes with an air. It bounces on Mars, and when the air gets low, it switches to a stopping point. Now there is a new type. The machine. There is a machine. It pulls out the thread and holds the rover and keep it on the ground and goes. There's a new technology going on. Number one. The first rover was launched in 1997. It worked for 85 days. It was called as the Sojourner rover. It was looking for water and chemicals. It took photos and samples for Earth. Number two, Spirit rover was launched in 2004 and it worked for 90 days. Because of its low battery, it stopped its mission on the spot. Number three, Opportunity Robert rover was launched in 2004. It worked for 14 years. That was one of the successful missions for NASA. Isn't that amazing? 14 years. And it had two types of machines in it. One was called the Rock Operational Tool. The second was called Magnetic Dust Collector, and its nickname is OP. And it's when a strong dust comes. The solar panels are very good because when the strong dust comes, it stays. Its mission stopped at 2019 because a heavy dust came. Then when Opportunity got lost communication with Earth. But it was one of the successful missions for NASA. Number three, Curiosity robotic rover was launched in 2012 and worked for 2 years, more than 2 years. It was good those 2 years, and Curiosity was looking for organic land, oxygen, water, chemicals, rich soil, and etc. for our life. And it has 17 cameras and a robotic arm. Thanks for listening. Bye.
That was a nice video by Rushik. I'm also actually seeing a lot of these videos along with you guys. So Rushik is one of the youngest participants in the iSKY Astro Club, and really cute watching him present. So he did try a couple of versions, one with just him, another one he took some pictures, and this one he was able to edit it and bring it up. So that's good job. Okay, so next up, we have three more presentations. So next up, I'm gonna bring Shivanshi Agarwal's curiosity presentation. So there's going to be a lot of curiosity, and then we have Shreya's Day's presentation on the Parker Solar Probe, and Ishwar Kotiraju's presentation on Viking 1. Okay, so we'll start with Shivanshi Agarwal's presentation on the Curiosity rover. It's again a very short presentation.
Good day, my name is Shivanshi Agarwal. Today I'm going to talk about Curiosity the rover. What is a rover? Surface explorers which move around the planet to collect data are known as rovers. On 26 November 2011, Mission Curiosity was launched by NASA's Mars Science Laboratory to explore the Gale crater on Mars. Curiosity mainly investigates the Martian climate, presence of sustainability, water and gases. Its missions are: it helps in finding the organic carbon compounds. It helps in investigating the chemical building blocks of life. It identifies features that affect the biological processes. Investigating the chemical and mineral composites of the Martian surface. Thank you.
Okay, so that was another short and cute presentation. So nice. Okay, next up we are going to have the presentation by Shreyas Day about the Parker Solar Probe.
Hello everyone, good morning. Today we're going to talk about the Parker Solar Probe, which is the humanity's first visit to a star. First of all, we'll start with the introduction, where I'm going to explain to you about the basics of the Parker Solar Probe. Then in the journey to the Sun, we'll talk about how the Parker Solar Probe will reach the Sun with such a huge distance of nearly 93 million miles. Next, in extreme exploration, we will talk about what the Parker Solar Probe will do in the Sun and in which region of the Sun's atmosphere it will work, and what with scientific experiments it will carry out in the Sun. Next, the science of the Sun, which will be basically a continuation of the extreme exploration. Here we'll talk about the primary science goals of the Parker Solar Probe and through what temperature and through what conditions it has to carry out its experiments. Next, after that, we'll conclude the session. Introduction. The Parker Solar Probe had been launched on 12th of August 2018 from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida, USA, and its launch vehicle was Delta IV Heavy with upper stage. NASA's historic Parker Solar Probe mission is revolutionizing our understanding of the Sun, where changing conditions can propagate out into the solar system, affecting Earth and other worlds. Parker Solar Probe travels through the Sun's atmosphere, closer to the surface than any spacecraft before it, facing brutal heat and radiation conditions to provide humanity with the closest ever observations of a star. Journey to the Sun. In order to unlock the mysteries of the Sun's atmosphere, Parker Solar Probe uses Venus's gravity during 7 flybys over nearly 7 years to gradually bring its orbit closer to the Sun. The spacecraft will fly through the Sun's atmosphere as close as 3.8 million miles to our star's surface, well within the orbit of Mercury and more than 7 times closer than any spacecraft has come before. Earth's average distance to the Sun is 93 million miles. Flying into the outermost part of the Sun's atmosphere, known as the corona, for the first time, Parker Solar Probe employs a combination of in situ measurements and imaging to revolutionize our understanding of the corona and expand our knowledge of the origin and evolution of the solar wind. It also makes critical contributions to our ability to forecast changes in Earth's space environment that affect life and technology on Earth. Extreme exploration. Parker Solar Probe performs its scientific investigations in a hazardous region of intense heat and solar radiation. The spacecraft will fly close enough to the Sun to watch the solar wind speed up from subsonic to supersonic and will fly through the birthplace of the highest energy solar particles. To perform these unprecedented investigations, the spacecraft and instruments are protected from the sun's heat by a 4.5-inch thick or 11.43 centimeter thick carbon composite shield, which need to withstand temperatures outside the spacecraft that reach nearly 2500 degrees Fahrenheit or 1377 degrees Celsius. The science of the Sun. The primary science goals for the mission are to trace how energy and heat move through the solar corona and to explore what accelerates the solar wind as well as solar energetic particles. Scientists have sought these answers for more than 60 years, but the investigation requires sending a probe right through the 2500 degrees Fahrenheit heat of the corona. Today, this is finally possible with cutting edge thermal engineering advances that protect the mission on its dangerous journey. Parker Solar Probe carries four instrument suites designed to study magnetic fields, plasma and energetic particles, and image the solar wind. I thank each and everyone for watching this presentation. I also thank my parents who helped me in this presentation. Thank you once again. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Okay, so that's Shreyas talking about the Parker Solar Probe. So it's a very, very interesting, as he said rightly in the presentation, it's a very interesting probe to learn because we live in a very, very feeble solar system. So anything can happen to people on Earth, anything to happen to the entire planet Earth because of our sun. So we are not sure of, we don't completely understand of the magnetic layer surrounding our Earth, and we do a lot of research to understand more about the magnetic layer, but still learning about the sun is a very, very important aspect. And as he said, one thing that really shook me off was the fact that this was the first probe to research not just about our sun, but a star. Okay, so we would do millions of send millions of probes to different planets and research about them, to send it to asteroids, probably bring an asteroid back to Earth, but still researching a star is kind of like the pinnacle. Okay, so that's kind of like a very nice one. So we are left with the last presentation by Ishwar Kotiraju. So he's going to talk about the Viking 1 probe.
Hi, my name is Ishwar Kotiraju, 4th class, studying in Ravindra Bharati Public School from Mangalagiri. My space probe is lander Viking 1. What is a lander? A spacecraft that designed to reach a surface of a celestial body such as planets and moons, and to survive long enough to telemeter data back to Earth. It also deploys rover, humans, and orbiters. It is a protective shell that houses the rovers, humans, and orbiters, and also protects it along with the airbags from landing forces of impact. It is strong enough for celestial pressure and lightweight for transporting. Viking 1. It was the first of two spacecraft to successfully land on Mars. It consisted of both orbiter and a lander. It was launched on 20 August 1975 and landed on Mars on 20 July 1976. Viking 1 operated on Mars for about 2,307 days or 2,245 Martian solar days. One Martian day equals 24 hours 39 minutes. Landing on Mars was planned for 4th July 1976, but imagining of the primary landing site showed it was too rough for safe landing. It was landed at Flies Platinia, or also called as the Golden Plain. Aeroshell separated from the orbiter on on 20 July 1976. At the time, lander was orbiting about 5 kilometers per second. The aerosol retro rockets fired to begin the lander to deorbit. At the altitude of 300 kilometers, reoriented for atmospheric entry. Parachutes deployed at 6 kilometers above land. While entering, experiments were performed by using the retrograde potential analyzer, mass spectrometer, as well as pressure, temperature, and density sensors. Their legs had honeycombs, aluminum shock observers to soften the landing. The lander had two cameras. Transmission of the first surface image began 25 seconds after landing by antennas towards Earth. Viking 1 carried a biology experiment whose purpose was to look for evidence of life. Viking 1 named the Thomas Much Memorial Station in January 1981 in honor of Thomas A. Much, the leader of the Viking imaging team. When a faulty command sent by ground control resulted in loss of contact on 11 November 1982. Thank you, Vinod sir, for this opportunity.
Okay. So nice. That brings us to the end of our video presentations on the space probes. So like I said in the beginning, yesterday, all these research, everything is kind of like done by these students. So as a coach, what I tend to do is nudge them in the right direction so that they take up action, and I'm pretty sure over time they should be able to hone their skills and be much better in presenting topics which are close to their heart. So really happy seeing all the live presentations, really happy seeing all the videos that all the students have posted so far, and I really hope that you guys also like the videos and the video presentation, and one among them is going to get a special prize. So every class we tend to award students a science fiction novel. So hopefully people for this batch is going to get the Journey to the Center of the Earth science fiction book by Jules Verne. Okay, so we'll keep you posted on who the winner of this contest is going to be. And once again, thank you so much. Happy Children's Day, and looking forward to see you all next week in another live interactive session. Okay, thank you all. This is Learning Coach Vinod signing off.